I'm gonna look at a couple of potential stealth camp spots that I've been thinking about in the Arroyo, which is a dry wash. Look at that sunset, pretty cool. Look at all these cactus. I wouldn't want all that in my yard. That property's actually empty. And so I'm thinking if I stick to this corner of the Arroyo that's by the abandoned lot, be much less likely to be seen. So that's the Arroyo coming up. Some big boulders. That kind of helps block out the street. The biggest problem is all this cactus. I'm thinking of a hammock hang, but mesquites and palo verdes aren't that strong. And there's a lot of cactus. Look in here. There's kind of a little path right there. Yeah, I think this will be doable. I don't know. Some of these trees do look big enough, but it's still going to be iffy though. That's kind of creepy, that abandoned property. Creosote. If you smoosh these between your fingers, it smells like rain. Oh, I love that smell. It smells just like, what's it called? It begins with a P. I've always loved this spot. My friends and I used to hang out in these washes a lot. Oh, look, a bunny. Hello, bunny. Hello, bunny. Oh my gosh, you're cute. What a cute little bunny. I actually released a bunny here several months ago. I wonder if that's the same one. Probably not. These washes are full of bunnies. Bye, bunny. It's so cute. That's another problem with Arroyo camping is the wildlife. Not just cute little bunnies, but rattlesnakes, coyotes, which I don't mind so much because coyotes are pretty skittish. They're not really up for fighting people. Javelinas are, and javelinas are kind of the problem around these areas, which means that if I Arroyo camp, I'll be eating before I leave. This is supposed to be a little walkway, because there are walking paths on the other side of here. Wow, look at this. Oh, I should keep here. Look, someone already probably did. You got a cardboard laying over there, right next to a giant anthill. You could probably camp right there in between those trees. It would probably be high up off the ground enough. Just passed a couple and they're a cute little doggy. And you can see that the houses are really far away from this spot too. There's a little spot in here. It's sad people litter. I'm gonna have to bring my claw and a bag down here and clean up some of this litter too, because there's just so much garbage everywhere. And this is a nice neighborhood, you know. That's a cholla forest and a half right there. You could camp right here. But the cholla, though, I wouldn't want to even put a tent this close to the cholla. Hello, little dove. I can't believe how the birds can just hang out in this stuff. They love it in there. It's crazy. Crazy birds. This is the problem with the trees here. We only have palo verdes and mesquites, which usually have thorns. My shoe came undone. Hang on. Oh, wow. I gotta show you this growing. Wow. That's a beautiful orb weaver we see here. Okay, so if I put her against a dark background like this, there you go. Can you see her now? Look how big this web is. This thing is like 7 feet tall up there. This is like a young mesquite tree. Huge webs, perfectly circular usually. An orb weaver is one of the only spiders that take their web down when they're done with it and recycle it by consuming it, eating it, turning it into new web, or to wrap their babies in as an egg sac. Those clouds are beautiful. No way. The rose garden is open at night? What if we stealth camped in the rose garden? So romantic. This is a garden. They grow every color of roses, and they tag them by name, so you can go through here and look at all the roses. We'll do that sometime in the day and show you what I'm talking about. Use your day bag and a reusable shopping bag with some natural colors like green. Hammock, blanket, empty peanut butter jar, pillow. Probably not going to use this. This is a sleep headband with built-in earphones to block out noise. Headlamp. And I'll also have a fanny pack. And then this tripod folds up, fits in this case, but I'll probably just leave the case here and stick that in there. Just shopping. And then the other thing is my outfit. I'm going to wear this brown corduroy hoodie because it's going to be kind of chilly, and my green sweatpants because they're pretty neutral, but it's not supposed to get very cold tonight. A couple other things I'm bringing: solar power bank, and it's got lights on it too, and cords for my phones, full grabber claw, and I'm also bringing some old grocery bags so I can clean up garbage when I'm down there. And then in the morning when I leave, that can be part of my cover, because I'll just be cleaning up trash when I leave. Heading back to the Arroyo through the park again. I got a hot dog over at Circle K. I know I said I wasn't going to have food, but I'll just eat before I set up or something. Look at this. You probably could stealth right there in that spot. You guys probably can't even hear me over all this one. I plan to wake up before the sun, though. I always kind of do. just automatically without even using an alarm, but I really don't see myself sleeping at all, let alone past 4 in the morning. So I think it's going to be pretty easy for me to be up before anyone can see through those trees. I think I'll sit over here at this picnic table and eat my hot dog first, just so I can get that out of the way and in the trash. We got our dog. I'm just gonna eat on the run. I just want to get to the spot before it's too dark. I really don't like how windy it's getting. And I can't get the camera in focus, it's just so dark. Probably gonna be a pretty dark video with not that much to see. I guess you can kind of see me. Hopefully my headlamp helps a little bit with that. Maybe right here. Yeah, this is gonna have to be it. Right. Real quick, show you my setup here. Quick glimpse here. Okay guys, so I'm all set up, and I don't think I've been busting yet, but this is my setup. Got my hammock. Someone driving by, so it's getting kind of windy, as you can see. Hopefully I can't see anything. Someone just went by on a bike. They almost saw me. I chose this spot. I thought it would be appropriate for Halloween because, well, it's pretty creepy because I've heard ghost stories before. Here in the Southwest, you'll often hear the story of Llarona. This story revolves mostly around these arroyos and dry wash beds during monsoon season. During heavy rains, the wash beds can flood suddenly and go from a dry, dead arroyo to a rushing river in minutes to get children to not play in the wash. Parents would tell the story of La Llarona, and the story went that there's different versions of the story. Some versions, it was a woman scorned, and she went into a fit on her children. And the other story version is that her children were playing in the Arroyo when the monsoon rains came, and they were swept away in the flash floods. And the story goes that if children play in the washes and don't listen to their parents, La Llarona will come and take them away to replace her own children that she lost. And I remember when I was a kid, I went through this phase of checking out library books about paranormal activity, ghosts and aliens and stuff. And one was a book written by a man from here, right in my city, and he lived along Arroyo Chico. And this guy was still a kid. He had a friend who had a pretty big family. They lived right here somewhere off Arroyo Chico, probably right in one of these houses, or maybe a little farther downtown. One night, it was monsoon, it was pouring rain, and the washes were flooding, and this boy and his family were in their house, and someone knocked on the door, and the boy saw his father go to the door and asked someone outside, "What is it? What do you want?" And he heard a woman crying, Oh, my niños. They were playing in the arroyo. Have you seen them? And their father said, "No, I haven't seen your niños. Please, you have to go. We're getting ready for the storms." She said, "No, please, I lost my little niños. I love them so much." And she looked over the father's shoulder, seeing the boy and all his siblings, and then she said something strange, she said, "Oh, but sir, look at how many children you have. You have so many children. Could I just have one or two of your children to replace my lost babies?" And the father was furious and told her, "Leave. Get away from my home now, please." And the woman left, wailing in misery. And so they say, if you're not careful, La Llarona will come and get you to replace her children that she lost. But mostly it's creepy because the javelinas. I'm really hoping no javelinas come through here, or coyotes. Like, I'm not worried about coyotes. They're not very vicious. They're pretty skittish. But they are nasty. And, I mean, they'll chew on your stuff. They'll pee on your stuff. They're gross. Cute, but gross. And javelinas will tear your stuff up. And they're very territorial. I don't want to run into any javelinas, especially not with babies. And I don't think I'll be running into any snakes because it's starting to get cold in the morning at night. And they're usually down in the rocks by then. So now what do we do with all this free time? It's 8:15, and I usually don't even go to sleep until 9 or 10. Sorry, this is such a dark, monotonous video. Next time, I'll do some where I can go places in the day. There's a couple I'm thinking about. I'm not too confident yet. Something like this. Outdoor vitals. So there we go. It's got an ear hole for your ears. It's supposed to be good for sleeping. I don't know. We'll see. Just a regular plush blanket. And I'm just gonna stick my shoes in a grocery bag and tie it and set it on the ground. And that should keep most of the bugs from crawling in my shoes in the dark. I have a pair of thick socks I'm gonna put on. So it's about 5:15. The moon is really bright, but you can't see it. No, you can't see it on the camera. I haven't really slept, but I'll probably start backing up in the next 30 minutes because the sun rises at about 6. Once again, there's our setup last night. Wasn't too bad. Tied the rest of my stuff here to this tree. But the sky is starting to get light, so I'm gonna pack up and head out of here. Get some coffee at Starbucks. How they ever got this in there at the factory, because it does not fit. It just doesn't fit, you know. They pack things into things with machines and then they expect a human to get it back in there, you know. Like, what the heck? These ants are making a road with leaves. They do that with flower petals too. So here is the spot. Pretty good. These mesquite trees are nice and big for the hammock, and that was kind of helpful. Yeah, nice big, pretty roomy spot here. A lot of dead sticks on the ground and stuff. Sadly, that's a big fire hazard, but not much you can do. So we went around. This is a little tricky because I went over this little tree here, and between that tree and this cholla cactus. Cholla cactus is also called jumping cactus because if you get too close, it can jump on you from a slight breeze or movement. So I have to be very careful going by this guy. They are mean, nasty, and their needles are barbed, so when they get in your skin, it's hard to pull them out. Nice. Sorry. This is what we look like from outside. So not super covered, but not super exposed either. Here, let's show from the road here. Ouch. The desert is very thorny. That was our spot right there. Kinda cozy, honestly. So now I'm just heading to the park to use the bathroom before I go to Starbucks. Got my bag of my trash and other people's trash that I picked up while I was at the spot. So that was a successful stealth camp, first time ever. Sun rising over the baseball field. Folks, just got my Starbucks apple crisp oat milk macchiato. Pretty good. It's like apple pie. Everything was a success. I didn't really sleep, but I didn't think I would. I don't sleep well outside of I don't sleep well at all, but especially not in a hammock. Heading home with my Starbucks. Everything went really well. Hopefully the video is not too dark and not much happened, but hopefully in the future there'll be some more exciting stuff coming up. So stay tuned.